Namaste. Welcome to this moderate 30-minute yoga practice. Settle into a seated or kneeling position and give yourself a moment to connect with the breath. Just breathing in easy through the nose and out through the nose. Feel the weight of your lower body melt into the ground. From that allowing, feel the energy the earth gives back to you, pushing your heart, throat, crown of the head, tall towards the heavens. The breath expanding your awareness of your body. Opening doors to deeper love, greater health, true fulfillment in this gift of the human experience. Float your hands to heart center and bow the head, taking a moment here to set an intention, sankalpa. Simply send some prayers from the heart. Hands to the heart, one over the other, and then scoop down towards the earth and let it shower down over you. Inhaling forward, scooping, reaching the arms up and opening, like you're pouring sand over the crown of your head on the beach. Just allowing yourself to get dirty. Become uninhibited. If you like, you can extend up from the kneeling position, if you chose that seat. Nice. Our yoga practice is a chance to become freer in our body, mind, and heart. And take a moment to settle into a seated position if you're not already there. If you are there, maybe switch the cross of your legs. Settle into the sit bones, reach overhead to lace the fingers and press the palms tall. Taking some gentle side bends. Reaching up out of the shoulders. Dropping the chin a bit to open the back of the neck. Let's bring the hands behind the head, lift the chin, and then draw it forward, hugging the elbows in. So we're rounding the upper back and arching it with the breath, like a seated cat-cow, mostly in that upper spine. Try holding the elbows open and twisting from below the rib cage, from the waistline. So starting to awaken the spine from the top down. And see how some side bends with this arm position feel for your body. Maybe adding some of that twisting in, bringing close elbows to close knees. Your practice is a chance to play, to explore, to create, to be curious. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Rounding down even more. Standing up to open again, cross the opposite arm and round down into the earth. Love, love, love. Woo. And taking a moment here to turn and transition into prone pigeon, right leg forward, left leg back. And take a moment to kind of rock the hips a little side to side, extending that left leg back with the toes turned under. And then rolling out to lean back with mermaid legs. And take a soft back bend, turning the head side to side. Again, find movements that call to you. Use me as a guideline, some inspiration. Then let's flow back in that pigeon, drawing the heart forward and then rounding up like a wave rippling through the spine. Switching legs here, bring the left leg forward, extend that right leg back, rock a little side to side. Same idea. Sink back. You might catch a little butt crack here. I know you're probably not surprised by that with me. So what? Open your heart. Be imperfect. Be messy. Allow there to be chaos because life is chaos. Allow yourself to play in your pigeon on this side with the breath rippling through the spine. And finally, pressing back to a nice wide leg table pose, shifting forward into a little upward dog cobra action. Don't get stuck in a box with what the exact pose is, but just find some fluidity in your movement, matching your movement to the breath. Our bodies long for this kind of space to create. Try table pose, gently side bending, and then act as if your spine is a jump rope. Your tailbone is one handle, the crown of your head another, and like a barrel roll, round the core 3 times in each direction. Experiment with this movement. Take the hands a little forward, a little wider than the shoulders. Press back to child's pose for a moment. Deepen the breath. And turning the toes under. Plank the body, hugging the inner thighs towards each other, internally rotating the inner thighs towards the sky. Then drop the knees. Find your way back to child's pose. You can stay on your knees for the plank or turn the toes under. Try to come up into a little side plank. Just letting the feet roll, one in front of the other. Keep the hips tall. Land back in your regular plank and shift forward, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower the chest to the earth, then lift it forward and up. Knees down, nice and wide. Extend deeper into your child's pose. Sinking in the tailbone, releasing in the hips, releasing in the heart. A few more steady breaths to complete our warm-ups. This is a short practice of just 30 minutes, so I always encourage you to work up to an hour, at least an hour a day of time for yourself. So pause the video, do more warm-ups when you like, add on to things, lengthen it. From table, let's turn the toes under, extend up to downward dog. dancing the feet a little bit, then bending the knees and straightening them back up. Bend the knees, and then we're going to actually walk the hands a little more forward. Really sink in the heart and lengthen out once more to your plank. If it's okay for your lower back, roll through to plank and then hinge back to downward dog a few times. Try that out. Again, rippling the spine and coming all the way through to upward dog. Keep the tops of the feet pressing down and try to keep the legs lifted off the earth for a moment. Then drop to the knees, extend the hands. Puppy stretch, hips tall, rocking the shoulders, rounding up to kneeling and taking a lovely little back bend here, hands at the heart. Step the left leg forward to a low lunge, fingertips to the earth, sink back to half split. Low lunge again with a twist. Play and open into the twist here. Maybe wrap the left arm around your back. Coming out again, half split. Turn the toes under, high lunge, reaching up to crescent warrior. Nice long spine as it arches back slightly. Lengthen forward, hands to the heart, twist, right elbow to left knee. You can always drop that back knee down if you like. Keep the breath flowing, fingertips to the earth. Stretch the front leg back for a high half split action. Low half split. And pull the left leg back through to that kneeling position. Round up tall. Back bend. And heart center. Right leg forward. Melt in your low lunge, reaching down. Stretch back to a half split. Then forward to the low lunge twist. Lengthen that right side of the body. Then wrap the right arm behind the back. Heart towards the sky. Breathe in the space. Coming out, half split, then lunge, turn the left toes under, pop up to your crescent warrior. Find the twist here, left elbow to right knee. Keep the spine long as it turns. Keep the hips squared off, level. Strong in the back leg, strong in the breath. You've got this. Release, stretch the right leg straight and fold, and then drop the back knee. Half split again. Drawing the right foot back to your kneeling position. One more time. Round up and through to a back bend. Like a little camel pose there. Table to downward dog. Bring the feet together. Start to bend the knees, look forward, and maybe prop up on the fingertips. Hop forward as far as you can, just practicing that little hop forward. I don't get a full hop through, and that's okay. In your forward fold, reaching the right arm up and around, bending the left knee. Forward fold. Play with this side to side. So, as one arm is reaching up and around, the opposite leg is bending. Just a little bit of a flow, that half lift action. Fold here deeply for a breath, then sink in the knees, round up, tall to mountain pose. Take a moment here, hands at the heart, dance the hips side to side, sinking lower, kind of grooving our way into Uttanasana, chair pose. Maybe a little pulsing, stay light in the toes, look up. Nice. And then fold, Sweep up tall, back bend, standing, hands to the heart. Bend the knees a bit and step the left foot back into a high lunge with the left knee a little bent. Reach down with the left hand. Then pull it up like you're pulling a bow, opening to warrior two, keeping this position. So right hand, right leg forward, left hand pulling back like you're drawing a bow. Keeping the alignment in the shoulders and elbows. Reach up and back to center. And then try shifting your bow down like you're pointing your bow and arrow towards the earth. Nice. Back up to center. Release your bow. Open both arms, palms tall. Warrior two. To reverse warrior. Through to extended side angle. Just a breath there. And lengthen the front leg, finding Trikonasana, triangle pose. Steady breath. Flow out of triangle and through to wide leg forward fold. Legs straight or knees soft. Perhaps some playfulness here. Lifting up strong and turning towards the back of your mat or in the direction of your left leg. Bow down with that right arm, left arm drawn back, pull up and through, switch arms, opening to warrior two towards the right edge of your mat. Beautiful. So you should be in warrior two on your other side, holding that drawn bow position, reaching up, embodying energy of goddess Artemis from the Greek mythology. And of course, our dear friend, goddess Durga, has a bow in her arsenal. Release and open. Reverse warrior. To extended side angle. And flowing with the breath through to triangle pose. Don't be afraid to adjust your stance. Adjust your pose anytime. Flow through again back to wide leg forward fold. Finding what you need here, some movement or some stillness. Listen to the body, the breath, the heart's desire. Coming back tall, however it works for you. Turn back to that front of the mat, stepping forward. Reach up tall, a little standing back bend perhaps. Then bringing the left leg up, knee to chest pose, right into some balance work. And you can stay here or try balancing on that right leg, sending the left leg straight back for warrior three, or some modification of it. If you lose your balance, drop the back toes. You find your ground again. Lovely. Drawing the left leg through again before stepping it down. Reach up and back. Line in mountain, reaching the right knee towards the chest. And then try kicking that leg back. Lengthening the heart forward. Trying to keep the hips level. Neutral spine. Steady breath. Beautiful. It's always a work in progress. We're a work in progress and we're perfect at the same time. Reach up and back, fold forward. Nice deep Uttanasana, lift and lengthen half split. And hop back if you like to plank or you can walk back here, lowering down, knees to the earth, lift the heart. Upward dog, then downward dog. Beautiful. You are beautiful. I know it. I can feel it. Each and every soul, at its core, at its essence, is beauty, is peace. Come on down to child's pose when you're ready. That completes our working phase, and we're going to wind on down, melting in balasana. And find your way to table pose. Wiggle the spine a bit. Reach the right arm forward, left leg back for a balance. Then perhaps reach back and find a little bow action here. Holding the left foot with the right hand and pressing the foot into the hand to arch the spine. Nice. Holding there for a few breaths and releasing. And try the other side. Left arm forward, right leg back. And reach back. The left hand for the right foot. Arch the spine. Open the chest, the shoulders. Gazing down for balance or looking up. Releasing when you're ready. Sinking back in the hips. And taking the hands forward, finding our pigeon pose again. So let's bring the left leg through. Knee is out to the side, and you can't see it here, but I'm always flexing that forward foot. I'm going to start with the back foot turned under, squaring off the hips, aligning the right hip to the right heel, then taking a bow forward, turning the top of the right foot flat. Bowing. I like to prop my head up on prayer hand thumbs. It keeps my shoulders more relaxed here. And roll to the left hip. Sweep the right leg around to stack on the left knee. Double pigeon pose. So your lower legs are like stacked firewood here. And take a twist to the right. Notice I have that top foot flexing. The bottom foot, though you can't see it, is also strongly flexed. It aligns the hip joint for proper pigeon. Now you can kind of tuck under, get a little momentum, and transition to your pigeon on the other side. So right leg is forward. See that flexion in my right foot. Align the back leg from the back hip. Open into a gentle back bend. Then lengthen forward into the fold. Kapotanasana. Pigeon pose. It's a doozy. If you have tender knees, do not do this pose prone like this. Roll onto your back. Better yet, do this pose with legs up the wall. And keep that foot flexed. Do not over extend the knees. So again, you can see the double pigeon action a little better here. That bottom leg is forward, so the legs can be parallel with each other. Twisting left. Lots of breath. Gently unwind, and this time rock back to find some windshield wipers, side to side. Great movement before and after pigeon. And come to bound angle, pressing the heart towards the sky, belly forward, find a little back bend there. And then come down slowly to the earth, still in bound angle. Find some gentle arch in the spine. Try lifting your bound angle legs, so soles of the feet together, knees stay wide, and then reach the arms up and through the knees, engaging the belly. You could find temple mudra and find a little pulsing here, like tiny crunches. But since we have that lower body in bound angle and they're lifting, really engage the lower core. Rock yourself up. This is also a core engagement. Come to balance on the sit bones without putting the toes down. Control the movement. Landing up in boat pose, Navasana. Keep the heart tall, then release it all with a bound angle, forward fold. It's a great little core strengthening sequence. Again, with more time, you can pause this and do that 2 to 3 more times. That same little session. You'll find your way down onto your back body, lifting into bridge. Heels under the knees. Knees stay together in hip alignment, not totally together, but hip width apart. Really work those shoulder blades together, connecting the hands, lacing the fingers. Strong back body, really open front body. Open through the quadriceps, the pubic bone, the low belly, upper belly, chest. And you should feel ease in the throat here. And down nice and slow. Taking the hips to the right and dropping the knees left for a spinal twist. Allowing the breath to grow slower at this point in the practice. The breath can be more cleansing, more clearing as we've shed some layers of stress. Take a moment to come center, sweep the hips side to side, and then over to the left a little more. Then the knees drop right. Love into that reclined spinal twist. Love into the sacred container of the body, the container for now of a magnificent, infinite, almighty soul, you. Back to center, knees to chest, rock it out a bit. Drop the feet to the earth. And settle in for Savasana. In this video, I'm choosing to take the feet wide, leave the knees bent, take the feet wide, let my knees rest together. This feels better for my lower back at times than straightening the legs out to corpse pose. Totally up to you. Taking a moment here for just a short Savasana. If there's any part of this practice to lengthen, it would be your Savasana. Take more time. I know I preach at you a lot. Think about it. We have 24 hours in a day. Okay, we take 9 of those away for rest. If we're really getting some good rest, 8 to 9 hours away for rest. There's so much time there for ourselves, and yet we fill it with other things, distractions, taking care of other people. Are we taking care of ourselves? An hour a day. Back onto one side for a breath. Slowly press back up to seated. You are worth it. You are worthy. You are love. Namaste. Thank you.